Hey folks, how we doing? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Dave Wildheart and welcome to another live musical performance analysis video. And this week we are checking out a band called JETHRO TULL and we're checking out the song Locomotive Breath, and it's recorded live at Rock Pop in 1982. Now, how did we end up here? Well, I'll tell you how we ended up here. We watched a couple of weeks ago, we watched a video by a band called the Marshall Tucker Band, and they were a fusion of Southern rock and they had Flute, which was kind of a bit of a mind explosion for me. I've never heard the two together. And lots of people were saying, well, if you haven't heard those two things together, you need to check out the band JETHRO TULL. Now, obviously, I know the name JETHRO TULL, of course. Yeah, I wasn't born under a rock. But actually, when I came to actually see, do I actually know any of the music by JETHRO TULL, I had a look on their Spotify, and obviously I know Aqualung, but there's no flute in Aqualung, right? So, if these are the flute rock or the progressive rock flute masters, I've got to check out some songs with flute in. So I found this one. It's Locomotive Breath. And yeah, I know very little about it. I've had a look at the lyrics, and apparently it's about this feeling of overcrowding, of overpopulation, but it's also in the form of, or the metaphor is from like a train metaphor, sort of. And which is great because we seem to every other week we're watching musical. Well, we're listening to songs about trains on this channel. We seem to end up always having trains in the songs. I guess back in the 70s, 60s, 80s, trains were a pretty big deal. Side note, I know this is going to be quite a long intro and it might piss a few people off, but this band are playing in the town next to me. Now, bear in mind, I live in Austria, in a tiny village in the mountains with 1,000 people. Next to me is the big city. It's got 10,000 people. This band are playing in the city next month or in May. That's insane. 10,000 people live there, and JETHRO TULL are coming there. I think I might have to go and see them. Let me know what you think. Anyway, let's get into it before we go too long. Look at this guy, man. Sweaty, hairy, fluty. Let's go. Straight into it, huh? And bear with me, I don't know all the people. I know Ian Anderson seems to be the main guy. I thought he was a flute player. So do tell me who this guy is. I love that he has this kind of massive balding patch on the top of his head, but it's still rocking hard. Now, this band has been around since the 60s. 67, I think. 77. So they're 15 years into their career, and they come straight in with that. Rocking hard, straight on the legs. I will take it back a little bit, so we don't interrupt it too much. Oh, I guess that's Ian Anderson, right? Wielding the flute. Wow. Okay. He's a character.
Shuffling candles off the locomotive bridge. Runs the all-time loser and comes to his death when he feels a business craving, steam breaking on his brow. For Charlie, he stole the anthem, and the train won't stop going to slow down.
Okay. So much to unpick in this video already. I mean, obviously we're in the 80s, so the crowd, there's not a phone in sight. There's nothing. They are fully focused on this, and you can see it. They're bouncing up and down. We're at rock pop, which sounds European, right? rock. I don't know where rock pop is. Anyone know where rock pop is? It's got to be Europe, man. It's got to be Europe. And I think this band were pretty big in Europe. Yeah, that would explain why they're coming to this tiny town next to me, right? But everything about this Ian Anderson, right? Ian Anderson's look. He's kind of. I mean, this is the first song. I don't know if this is the first song of the night, but he's come in straight away. He's hairy, he's sweaty, he's got his chest out, he's got this wonderful kind of leather on. He looks like like some wizard, some Gandalf-esque kind of Tolkien character. He's got a flute, and he's got this kind of old school proggy kind of vocals. I love it. And it's quite a heavy song when it comes in, like bam, bam, bam. This is brilliant. Lyric-wise, I don't know. We're just shuffling madness, locomotive breath. We're kind of, we're relating a train kind of breaking down to humans, to people. I don't know. Does it really matter?
Charlie, he stole the anthem.
I just love it.
And the train won't stop going to slow down. Hey! Whoa, whoa, whoa. It sees his children jumping off the stations one by one.
Such a good frontman.
This woman and his best friend been planning having fun. When he's rolling down the corridor on his hands and knees. Oh, Charlie, he stole the anthem. But a train who won't stop going to slow down. Hey! Whoa, whoa, whoa.
All right, hold on. Now, my knowledge of flute playing, of the difficulty of flute, of how good a flute player is, well, pretty close to zero. I have no knowledge. That, to me, sounds good. I mean, it's not like a classical flute piece. I don't even know which way to hold him, man. But it sounds like some kind of proggy, jazzy flute. It sounds wicked. It kind of reminds me of that scene from Anchorman with Will Ferrell, which I don't know if that offends anyone. And if it should, then I do apologize. But it definitely reminds me of that in the most brilliant way. I guess Will Ferrell must have been taking inspiration from Mr. Ian Anderson. And rightly so. That was brilliant. Genius. Like a great singer, amazing frontman. Look, this guy he's got the whole crowd staring at him. He's got this whole vibe, this wizardy kind of mystical thing. Then he gets even more mystical by breaking out of crazy flute solo. I don't know. I like it.
There's a silent howling when he catches angels as they fall. And the all-time winner has got him by the balls when he picks up Gideon's Bible. Yes, it's open at page 1. I think that God, he stole the anthem. And the train who won't stop going to slow down. Hey! Whoa, whoa, whoa. No way to slow down. 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 No way to slow down.
Look at this guy. This is kind of like the Iron Maiden section, right? This is like the, I mean, I guess Iron Maiden came after this, right? 82, Jesus. Iron Maiden, they were doing it, okay, oh my God. Okay, so we had that kind of, at the end, after the lyrics and No Way to Slow Down bit, kind of got this kind of evil-sounding Black Sabbath-y kind of riff with this the organ, keyboard, whatever it is, and then it goes into this kind of dual guitaring, harmonizing kind of solo with this galloping kind of beat, which really reminds me of Iron Maiden or the other way around, whatever, you know what I mean? Really cool. It's just exactly what I like, and yeah, takes me back to my my younger days when I was learning electric guitar and playing this kind of stuff, attempting to play this kind of stuff. It makes you want to go. What a way to finish a song. Oh my goodness. Jesus, where do I begin with this song? This song was, you know, when it first begins, it's so many different parts of this song. And I know like prog rock is obviously built up of lots of different parts, and sometimes it can be really crazy and go to directions. And this has so many different aspects to the song that's only, 5.5 minutes long. The intro was one thing, and then we go into the song, and then it's a flute bit, and then it kind of goes off on a whole nother journey for the last minute and a half. I loved it. I loved watching Ian Anderson. I think for a frontman, like absolutely outstanding. You know, like he's got the look, he's got the vocal ability, he's got this craziness, but also a kind of like mystical way about him. And with that flute as well, obviously the flute speaks for itself. It's insane. You know, this proggy band, this full-on heavy Black Sabbath style, Iron Maiden style rock band, who also crack out the flute. Genius. I'd love to see. Well, I do think I want to go see them live next year. Next year, in a couple of months' time. They're playing in the town next to me. This tiny town, 10,000 people, in the middle of the mountains. I've got to do it, right? I mean, I think tickets are quite expensive, but we'll see. Maybe I can convince the missus to let me go. Guys, what do you think? Jethro Tull? I mean, it's fantastic, no? Tell me where to go with Jethro Tull. I think I just need to listen to like their classic albums, I'll be honest. I'd love to see if he still has the same energy on the stage. I mean, that was 82. What are we now? 43 years later? I mean, he looked like in his freaking 40s then, didn't he? Hold on. How old is this guy? Ian Anderson. This is 77. Okay, so he's not going to be so wild on stage, but we'll see. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and thanks to everyone who recommended I check out Jethro Tull. It's made my morning very much complete. I appreciate it. Stay tuned for the next one.